Welcome back to Poughkeepsie Live. I'm here with Phil Butta from The Last Rites. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
You sound good.
Thanks. Having fun.
The Last Rites, what's that mean? Where'd you get that name from?
Well, actually, it goes back to when we back to an old bar I used to have, which was called Mary's, and I was originally going to call it Mary's Last Rites, but I think we would have got too much negative flack for that, so we just call it The Last Rites. And it's R-I-G-H-T-S, not R-I-T-E-S, so it sort of actually does have a deeper meaning to it.
Okay.
Not that deep, though.
How long have you guys been together?
Actually, Skitch and I have been playing for a couple of years together. Dave just joined the band about 6 months ago or so. So, you know, it's the third iteration of The Last Rites. So, you know, yeah, we're moving along. Yeah.
Awesome. What type of genre of music would you consider yourselves?
Well, I like to think of us as adult, contemporary, classic rock. That's what I'd like to think of us. I mean, because it's such a mishmash of stuff that we do that sort of fits different genres. You know, we can be very melodic on one hand, but then on the other hand, we can get into some very hard rock. So it's kind of hard to really position it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you play around in the area a whole bunch, and
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about the music scene. What's going on these days?
Well, you know, for a band like ours, we do a lot of cover stuff. And as a matter of fact, it's mostly cover stuff, and we try to slide in originals. It's kind of hard to play local places with doing too much original material because it's unfamiliar to the audiences. They don't know how to take it. They don't know what part's coming up.
Right.
And we found that if the audience can't sing along with it, you know, it's just not going to work. You know, so we try to slide in some originals here and there, but it's mostly all covers. And we've been playing clubs, bars, whatever's available out here, you know.
Do you find the club owners are interested in the original sounds and the original, you know, material, or do you feel that they want you to stay with the covers? What are they asking for?
Well, it's interesting. I'm finding that club owners are sort of changing their perspective about what the type of material that they're allowing to be performed in their clubs. You know, they're not really concerned with what they like so much as what the audience likes. Okay. If the audience likes it, then that's a hit because, you know, it's a money type of business. Sure. You know, you got an audience, you're going to make money. You know, so you've got to cater more to what the audience wants. The audience gets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as far as original music goes, you enjoy getting into the studio and, you know, cutting records. That's what it's all about for you, and you're doing the other thing just to keep it all rolling along.
Well, yeah, it's all of it is fun. Recording is a lot of fun. We're getting our own ideas down. Our bass player Dave Gill has written a lot of stuff. You know, we're going to be getting into that. You know, Skitch has done some things too, and we're going to be getting into lots of new material. And we're trying to actually formulate get enough of the right stuff together so that we could go into the studio and knock out a CD and try to get it out there on the airways. You know, it's really difficult these days.
I'm sure. Listen, we have a little information about where you're going to be playing next. We want to make sure everybody knows about it. So Saturday, March 29th at 9 p.m., you're going to be out Hyde Park Juniors Lounge. And then on Saturday, May 10th at 9 p.m., you're going to be at the Old Mary's, which is now called Shawnee B's in Millbrook, New York. So make sure you go out and check out The Last Rites in those two venues. Now, real quick before we break to commercial, you're going to do some recording. Got to mention our good friend Paul Orfino is going to be helping you out.
Paul Orfino at Millbrook Recording Studios is going to help us out. We've got some session people ready to sit in. Albert Carey's going to be working with us. You probably know Bert. And we've got a lot of cool people that are willing to help us out and add the layers that we need. So it'll be an interesting experience once we get to it.
All right, what do we got coming up in the next set?
We're going to do two other songs. Actually, we're doing three songs, but we're going to do two other originals. And one is called No One's Perfect, and that song I sort of like wrote about myself. Well, no one's perfect. And the other one is Fall Where I Stand, which is a song that I sort of actually wrote with John Hall, our congressman, in mind when he was running for office. And I thought of it sort of as almost patriotic in a sense. And then we're going to do an old cover song called Piece of My Heart that Janis Joplin made popular, but it certainly precedes her by quite a while.
All right,
so we're
well,
going to do some good stuff.
We're looking forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, more music from The Last Rites. Don't go away.